Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am going to teach you how to cut a princess that bustier madame blouse for a big bust. When I say big bust, one of the biggest busts I've sewn so far. So these are the measurements. We have the shoulder. These are the measurements that we'll be needing. Her shoulder is 18, her bust is 54. The biggest bust I've sewn so far is 50. So hers is 54, her waist is 50, her hip is 55, her shoulder to nipple 13, length of the madam blouse is 27. But we are going to make it 30. Then after sewing and all of that, it will reduce to 28 to 27. So we're going to make it 30 for now, 30 or 29. So her length is 20. The length of the blouse, madam blouse, is 27. Her half length is 19, and her round sleeve measurement is 80. Just these are the measurements that we're going to be needing for this madam blouse. So now let's get started. So now what we are going to do, we'll first of all draft out a princess that bustier for the front piece, and we're going to start by marking a straight line as the starting point. I'm going to place my tape on a straight line. We are going to determine, we have the length of this blouse is 30. We're going to make it 30, but what we have here available is 27. So we are going to add extra. What we have here is 27, but we're going to add extra 1, 2, 3. Let's say 3 inches, making it 29 inches. So we are going to use all the length of this pattern paper for it. So now we are going to mark the starting line, the armhole point. The armhole point we'll be needing in this video is 11 and a half. Is 10 and a half. As the armhole point, 10 and a half, and her bust point, we are going to use 13 as her bust point, and her under bust point as a big bust. Her waist point is 19, right? As a big bust, your under bust is going to be 4 inches above, 2 inches above your waist. So 19, we have 18 and 17. Her under bust is going to be at 17 inches. Her let me repeat this again. If you are sewing for a bigger bust, her under bust is going to be 2 inches above her waist to contain her bust, because right now her bust is very big. Her bust needs a very big space to contain her bust. Okay, she needs a big space for her bust. So you cannot come up by, you cannot go by down by 1, 2, 3.5 inches or 2.5 inches. You're going to go down by 3. You're going to go up by 2 inches from the under bust, so that her bust will contain a very big space. Okay, so now this is her waist, 19. You go up by 2 inches to mark her under bust, and this is the length of the bust, bustier. Okay, the length of the blouse. So now let's repeat what we just did here. So this is her shoulder, this is her chest, this is her bust point, this is her under bust point, and this is her waist point. Her shoulder, her chest, her bust, her under bust, and her waist point. I don't know if you understand. So now what we're going to do in this video is that we're going to divide her shoulder circumference by 2. So 8 plus 8, her shoulder circumference divided by 2 is 9. So I'm going to go in by 9 inches from here. All you can see here is 9. I'm going to go in by 9 inches from here. 9. I'll mark that 9 inches all the way to the chest line. Okay. Then I'll connect the lines together. So now I am going to go in by 3/4 inch. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is to mark the open, that's the wideness of the neck, her neckline, how the wideness of her neckline. So the wideness of her neckline is, let's use 3.5 as the wideness, and the depth of her neck we are going to use 4.5. Okay, so now we are going to connect the lines together using our ruler as a guide. So now we have the neckline done, the neck depth and the neck width done. So here I am going to go down by 1 inch and connect it to the neck width. Okay, I've connected it to the neck width. Then from here, I am going to determine, we have 9.5 inches left. I'm going to determine the center of this. I'm going to determine the center. The center is 4 6/8. I'm going to go in by 3/4 inch and then mark. Connect it here like so and stop. From here to here and stop. So now I am going to go up by 1 inch from here, then connect it like so. So now I'm done connecting the armhole. I'm done working on the armhole and the upper bodies. Now let's go to divide our nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple measurement for my client of size 54, we are going to use 5 inches. So 5 inches is going to be her nipple to nipple. Let's use 5.5 inches. We are going to mark 5.5, 5.5 all the way down. 5.5 inches, and we're going to connect the lines together. So now we are done marking our nipple to nipple measurements. On the underbust, I am going to go in by 1 inch and here by 1.5 inches. I'll do the same on the waist point, 1.5 and then 1 inch. Then I'll connect the lines to here, like so, and like so. Then connect it all the way down. So for the bust, I am going to come down by 1 inch from here and go up by 1 inch from here. Then I'll connect this line like so. So now the next thing I am going to do is to divide here by 2. What we have here is 5.5. We are going to divide it by 2. Connect it to the chest point. So now we are done connecting. The next thing we're going to do is to tighten our upper bust. Okay, we are going to tighten the upper bust. Tightening the upper bust, we are going to, for a bigger bust, we are going, oh sorry, I'm going to determine how big I want to close my upper bust. Okay, closing your upper bust, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inch. I don't want it to close up too much, so we disregard these points. Okay, let me use red marker too. It's a mistake. Okay, so now I went up by 1.5 inch on both sides, and I'm going to tighten my under bust with 1 inch. 1 inch here, 1 inch here. So I'm going to connect it here, like so, and here, like so. So this is the new, this one is, I just came up anyhow. I didn't check how much I want my cleavage to show. So I came up by 1 inch. I want my cleavage to show a little bit. That is why I came up by 1.5 inches. If you want it not to show at all, just come up by 2 inches or 2.5 inches, depending on how you want your cleavage to show. So I came up by 1.5 inches. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to go in here by half inch. I went in there by half inch, and I'm going to close it up like so. Okay, now let's check. 9 inches is okay from upper bodies to here. 9 inches is okay. If you want your privilege to show to close very well, come up by 8 inches. Okay, 9 inches is okay for someone that wants her privilege to close up very well. 9 inches is okay. My bust circumference is 54. 54 divided by 4 is 13 and a half. So I have 13 and a half here. So whatever we remove here, we removed 1 inches to 1 and 2 inches. I'll add it back, then add extra 3 inches seam allowance. I will do the same thing here. What do we have here? 17 and 6/8. I'll mark it down here. On the under bust, I'm going to mark, my under bust is 52, 13 inches. 13 inches plus 2.5 inches that we removed here, and then 3 inches for seam allowance. Then our waist, the waist is 50, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 2.5 inches removed here, plus 3 inches for seam allowance. The hip is 55, 13 and 6/8, plus 3 inches seam allowance. So now we are going to connect the lines together. We did not add anything, remove anything there. So now let's add everything together. Let's just leave the hip. We are going to put the actual measurement first. So now I am done putting down all the measurements. This is my yoke, you guys. This is my yoke. Okay, so we're going to cut out for the front piece. I'm going to cut out the front piece right now. This is the side and this is the yoke. So guys, let's cut the back. For the back piece, now we're done cutting the front piece. For the back piece, first off, you need to mark the shoulder point. You need to mark the shoulder point like so. Come down by just half an inch, a quarter of an inch. Then you know that the length we'll be needing is 30, but what we have here is 27. I'm going to mark the shoulder, the armhole, the bust point, the shoulder, the bust point, and the waist point and the full length. Okay, so these are the points that we'll be needing: the shoulder, the bust point, the chest, the bust point, the waist, and the full length. Then connect the lines. But before we connect the lines, you're going to go in by 2 inches for the zip allowance. This is our zipper allowance. Don't make that mistake. You need your zip for the back. Your zip allowance. Then mark the lines, your chest line, bust line, waist line. This is the full length. So now, whatever you're going to do now, you're not going to start from this zip allowance. This is your zip allowance. So whatever thing you're going to do here, please don't come here. Start from this line upwards. So now I am going to start from this line to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. My shoulder is divided by 2 is 9. Take that 9 inches down to the chest line. 9 inches down to chest line. Remember, this is our chest line, our bust point and waist point. And this is your full length. So now we are going to mark a straight line here. This is your straight line. So we're not going to have any yoke at the back, okay? You're not going to have any yoke at the back. It's just going to be the full coverage. So I'm going to come down by 2 inches for the neck depth And for the neck width, we are going to go in by 3.5 inches. Then I'm going to connect the lines together this way. So from here, I'm going to come down by 1 inch from here for our shoulder slope. One inch from here for our shoulder slope, and from here I am going to divide this by 2, coming by 3/4 inch. Go up by 1 inch. I'm using my ruler as my tape. This is 1 inch. Curve, just the way we did in the front, so there's no much just what we are doing in the front. The difference is that this is not going to have a bustier pattern. Okay, so 6/8. I'm going to mark it. God of Jesus, I'm going to mark 5 and 6/8 all the way down. Five and 6/8. Then I'm going to mark it all the way down. What do we have here? 5.5, right? You're going to divide it by 2. Then connect it here. Right? Now we are going to, since we are going to be cutting out this place, we need to add, because we are going to be joining here. So we are going to add extra 1 inch here, so that whenever we cut here, we are not going to lose some inches. Okay? So I will extend this place by 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, all the way around, 1 inch. So this is our new armhole point. This is our new armhole point. This one is cancelled. So right now here, I'm going to, on the waist point, I'm going to go in by, because she's big, I'm going to shape it in by 1 inch. I'm supposed to do it by 1/2 inch, but I want it to go in very well. 1 inch. I'll just shape it like this, and like this, and like this, and like this. I want the shape, the back shape, to come out very well. That is why I extended it by 1 inch. Some will do it by 1/2 inch. Okay, so now I want to give this back, this zipper, I want the back zip not to be bulgy. Yes, that's the correct word, bulgy. So on the waist point, I'm going to come in by 1.5 inches will be right. Let me use 1 inch, and then from this 1 inch, I'll still go in by 1 inch, right? Okay. Now here I am going to go in by 1/2 inch, here by 1/2 inch, and here by 1/2 inch. Connect the lines together. So this is my new zip allowance. So I'm going to, okay, let me put down my measurement. So I'm going to be putting down my measurement now. Here we have 13 inches, right? 13.5, the bust is 13.5. 13.5 plus 3 inches seam allowance, making it 16.5. 16.5 here. On the waist is 50. 50, which is 12 and a half. 12 and a half. Then you put in these 2 inches that was removed here, plus 3 inches. The hip is 55, which is 13 and 6/8, plus 3 inches. Let me make it just 4 inches. Okay. This is the back. This is the back. So this is the back. I don't think there is any other thing needed here. So I'm going to cut out the excesses. So this is the back of the madam blouse, and this is the front of the madam blouse, as you can see. So in our next video, I am going to teach you how to join your madam blouse, okay? How to cut it out from the fabric and join them, okay, to form a proper madam blouse, okay? So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.